Get close to the mic. What up, and welcome back to another episode of the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and being patient about, well, just overall waiting. You know what I mean? Just waiting for this to happen. Sorry we started a little bit later than usual. Sometimes we got stuff to take care of. And mind you this, I didn't post a flyer till late because, man, dude, I was... You guys do not even want me to get into the story of like why I didn't have a phone for like hours and the amount of bullshit that I had to endure before, like literally everything happened. But XG is down there getting his weed from his dealer or something like that. But yeah, but what is it?
Damn.
But I what is it? I will. And we will give. Oh wait, he's made it back in time for the welcoming because we're already live, Xavier. We start on time here, just to let you know.
What's up?
Damn.
How we doing, guys?
Put the cat noise for him.
Oh man.
Yeah, thank you. But you can put the headphones on if you want. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Also, big shout out to Han Cholo for the face painting. As usual, we're in theme. But thank you, XG, for coming back and joining us. I'm actually excited about this because I've always loved animation and everything it stands for. I feel like it's the ultimate form of expression whenever you got to something deep to say, or if you just want to be like, just keep that innocence and just like make things that make people happy. Like animation really always brings a lot of happiness. And I ran into this guy. I didn't run into him personally, but I knew of him through Felipe's podcast. You know, because I seen Felipe's artwork. You're pretty much the main logo, right? Like, yeah, the main logo. So let's give it up for the one and only Sloppy Bunny Toons, everybody. What's going on with you, man? Thank you for joining us all the way from Australia. Frankie. Yeah, all the way from Australia. That's wild.
Damn.
Yeah, it's, I just arrived yesterday, so still a bit jet lagged. So sorry if I'm a little bit slow. I'm gonna try to speed up.
How far? What is it? Is that a crazy flight?
Yeah, the 14 hours is not as bad as just the time difference, because like the flight itself was fine. I slept and just entertained myself.
The jet. I'm sorry. Are we good, Rick? All right. The jet lag is super real. Not for nothing. Still not. All right. The jet lag is super real. I know that I experienced it firsthand when I went to Japan, and it was just crazy. Like, I mean, I hated it. It took me 2 days to get adjusted.
Where did you go?
Tokyo?
Oh yeah, I'm going to Japan in about a month and a half.
Oh, yeah, nice. I'm going back in late February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I fell in love with it, and I just can't get enough of it. It feels nice to be safe in the street, you know? Yeah.
I don't know. I felt safe here outside for 10 minutes.
for 10 minutes, bro. You didn't have none of the cockroaches approach you and try to rob you.
No,
yeah.
No.
Yeah. What is it? Joining us running the boards is the one and only Ray. Shout out to Morning Shot Films and Morning Real Podcast. Thank you for pulling up and making it happen. Also joining us is the one and only Toppy. Ayo, Toppy, what up?
Yo, what up, everybody?
Welcome back, and thank you so much for this candy fumes. I actually wanted to wait to smoke this on the We Don't Smoke the Same podcast.
That's something new I'm dropping, you know.
Yeah, you're always
I'm working on something.
You're always working on different stuff. Now, my question is, how long have you been doing animation for? Because that's like number one, like you could tell the quality of what you produce is grade A. You know what I mean? Like you could tell it's like you have all the tools. This is something that you do as a profession. Like you're not just doing it. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like you could tell that you got some experience drawing. Like how long have you been an animator for?
Well, the initial intention was just to do comic books. So I started doing comic books back in the late 90s when I was 19. And I was just doing indie press stuff. And then Disney had in-house training in Australia. They had a studio there. And I applied for it. And a year of forwards and backwards, I finally got to start there. And I wasn't as passionate about Disney or animation at the time. It was just the only full-time gig going on.
They trained you?
They trained you for 6 months at the time.
So you're learning how to draw the mouse. You're learning how to draw everything.
Well, I could draw. You draw a certain level. Okay. It's just the animation. So they're really teaching it more of you just how to make things move. So I was actually an assistant animator. So you do cleanup. So the animator does all the rough stuff, and then I would just draw the clean lines above it.
I don't think Izo knows. So I took a couple classes of animation.
Here we go.
It sounds fun and interesting till you find out there's 20 frames per second. And it has to be fucking technically drawn 24 times for it to make 1 second. 24 times 6 times 60.
Yeah.
shit adds up.
Yeah. No, like the Felipe videos that I do.
Yeah.
They took me about I think the fastest I did one was like 5-6 weeks, and during COVID. During COVID, I was because it was like a weird transition. Because the original plan was I was always gonna move to LA. That was my original plan. I was living in Asia for over 10 years, and I told my partner we need to live someplace.
Like where Asia? Asia's huge.
I was living in Shanghai mostly, but I also lived in Busan, Korea, and the last city was in Hong Kong.
Oh wow, man, that's great. Do you speak Chinese?
对，一点点。
Oh damn. Yeah, that's because I'm like, it's like Asian cultures is like you kind of have to get with it or get left behind, you know?
Well, to be honest, like when I was there, it was, it's very much white privilege when I was there. Doors opened. So
what do you mean by that? It's easy to accommodate? It's easy for them to...
Well, this stopped pretty much a couple of years after. But when I first got there, I went there with no plans. So I was just teaching English for a bit. I was teaching English in Korea because the animation scene was dead. But when I went to China, people were like, "Oh, you're not." They were like, "You're not." It's funny. But yeah, no. When people were like, "Oh, you're not an English teacher. You should work in animation." And so I was like, yeah, cool. So I was doing covers for magazines and stuff, and eventually I got back to work in Shanghai.
Was that like anime though, what you were learning out there, or like what kind of like cartoons was that?
No, well, my first job was I was working on this farm game, which is like I was doing game art and stuff. So it's its own thing. It's not anime. Like when I did have a TV show there. And that was asked to be. They hired me specifically to make it look more Western.
Oh, so they wanted to do like the Western influence.
Yeah, you know? So I was working with Chinese people who loved anime, didn't want to do Western stuff.
Yeah.
And so we got this show that looked kind of a hodgepodge between Cartoon Network and Chinese people who like anime. But it looked all right. I was happy with the show.
The animation game is like really big and like I guess like the Asian countries too, bro. Because like when you walk down like Akibara and shit, like you looked at all those all the just the endless amount of manga, comics, and just all this stuff, and I'm like they love that kind of shit, bro.
Did you go further? You know, that's the first floor is all.
Oh
like
yeah,
anime.
I went to the upper.
And then you go to the upper level.
Yes.
It's not anime anymore. It's I
bought them. Yeah,
okay, so
that's where I bought you the flashlight.
Oh, so it's anime. It's in the
anime's first floor. Then it's like Pokemon and cards. Then it's like dildos and like hentai things. And then it's like it goes like weirder shit.
You can even buy. It was funny. Like I was just walking around to see how crazy it'll get. And on the top floor, they were selling BB guns.
BB
guns?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they were looked more like real guns.
Yeah.
Because they can't have those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so hard to get like a real gun.
That sounds like Hot Topic times like 100, or what's the other Spencer's?
Spencer.
It's like Spencer's like times 20. Not Ziggy's, right? Oh, or Ziggy's.
Yeah. No, he said not.
Now, fucking rage.
You said how long have you been living in Australia?
I've been back now for 3 years. So we were there actually we left because I was living right where the Hong Kong riots were. Okay. And so I had police buses at my door all the time when I left the house, and the rioters getting changed behind my building. So there was like all these clashes and stuff. And
how crazy were those riots?
It was weird because none of the people that were fighting are people who don't normally fight. So it's just imagine like all those, imagine like a bunch of nerds just being really angry. Because like there was like, I was having a drink with this Northern Irish dude, and he was like just laughing at him saying, "That's not how you fight." That's the worst Northern Irish.
That's so funny though, because I can hear that from my Irish guys. That's not how you fight. Starts fighting himself. He's like, "This is how you fight."
Yeah. But I'm even a bigger pussy than them. Then I was like, yeah, we're going to Australia because we need to leave ASAP.
So you left right before COVID?
Yeah, we left right before COVID, but we had to wait a little because like I had cats I had to bring in, like street cats, and so we had to wait 6 months for them to come to Australia. So we were just waiting, and then
it's brutal that process, huh? Like to get them, like because you're away from them for so long.
Well, we were okay because I stayed with my cats.
Okay.
Until, so you just give them an injection and then you just have. It's just the application process.
Yeah.
Takes a long while, but because they're Chinese cats. So one of the reasons we went to Hong Kong was like if anything happened, it's easier to come back to Australia from Hong Kong because from China, the cats couldn't come to Australia at all. So it had to have to be someplace for 6 months.
That's nuts, man. The rules between the cats, because I thought about bringing a cat from Japan back. Nah, it was quite the process. Because I wanted a Japanese cat.
Yeah, well, it should be easy to bring it in here, no?
Like this, they were like, you're not gonna get it for like months, and I'm like, but I want him like next week, dude. Like
really, like that's weird because like usually people taking like one of the options is to send your cat to the US for 6 months and have somebody mind it for you, and then they come back to Australia.
oh, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So and I had just the thing was that just China was weird. Everywhere else was like depending, like they rank countries when you bring your pets, and China wasn't ranked as high as other countries. But yeah, like
China's like, we might eat these foods. they're like, no, that one looks good. These people are fed. Yeah.
So, but the quarantine was only 10 days, so
all right,
that was fine.
All right, that's nice. It's just, I guess, the application process. How did you end up working, like, linking up with Felipe, though?
Well, as probably everything, all my LA adventures in the last few, it all goes down to Jesus Trejo.
Okay, I know him. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
He's great.
So when
he's like the perfect Mexican for like TV.
Yeah.
He's like, I take care of my parents. I don't curse. He's like, he's like,
got a girlfriend.
He's like,
he don't
humble,
cheat.
I don't cheat.
He doesn't do drugs.
Yeah,
he's
like,
perfect. Dog never did drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's super kind though. He's like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Best. Yeah, he's like the best.
But off camera too. Like,
we know him very well. Like that's why it's like we know that like I'm like, hey bro, like we know why you're on TV, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you're just like perfect for the fucking network. I get it. I can see it, you know?
Yeah, but because I saw a few years back before he had a blue check mark on his Instagram. He followed me randomly when I got on Instagram. So and then like I saw him and then I was like, the dude's got a funny face. So I drew him just randomly, and he's like, dude, I'm the guy with the funny face. I like your drawings. And then thanks, man. And then we went to I came back to LA for another animation thing. And I was like, hey, man, I'm in LA. I want to check out your set or meet you and stuff. And he's like, yeah, put my name down at the Comedy Store. And he invited me in. And then I did a drawing for him. And he's like, hey, man, is it cool if I make these stickers? I'm like, yeah, go for it, man. And then he put stickers and he stuck them all over the store. That's how a lot of, I think, comedians have found me. So through Jesus.
Yeah, because a lot of comedians do follow you in the community from what I see. Like, there's, like, mutual friends. And I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, so... You know, like in the comedy world, people do know you, and like especially like the fact that you're like pretty much the watermark to Felipe's podcast. Like
yeah, that is so cool. Like I was there yesterday on the show, and sorry guys, I was like haven't smoked for like years, and it was like jet lag, everything combined, so I was a little bit zoned out, but it was so cool to be on it and just see like all the printouts of the drawings and stuff.
What did you smoke with them? I feel like they gave you a bong.
Felipe did give me a bong first, but then later on he says he noticed how I struggled. So.
Hit this bong, fool.
Yeah, and then he gave me a smoke of is it dog face? Diaz's
cross joint.
Yeah. That one. Nice. So I had that.
So since we brought up weed, can you? Is there any good weed in Australia? Had you get some? Can you allegedly?
In theory you can. You go to Byron Bay is like the big hippie place. So, but not legal. But
is it major time though, or is it kind of like a slap on the wrist if you get caught with it? Depends what is the.
I imagine the consequence is different than like an Asian country.
Does being black count over there?
It's not the same. I don't know, because now we just had this like referendum, so they brought up some tensions. But like I don't know, like I'm friends with everybody, so I don't consume that much media, so I don't know the exact vibe that's going on.
I don't think it's the same way. I remember watching The Real World in fucking Australia one, and like there was like two black guys in that one, and I was like, dude. There was like an altercation in the club, and the cops arrested the white fools, and the white fools were just like, yeah. And I was like, yo, it ain't the same.
I love that you mentioned that, because a lot of my perception of the world is off the real world. Real world Sydney, real world New York,
Key West,
and it's just off the
St.
real
Louis,
world.
Denver. I saw all them shit.
Just hot bitches and dudes getting drunk and fucking somehow working.
Are you familiar with that
you know
show?
What real world
Yeah,
is?
I watched Real World back in the 90s when I was in Europe. We had MTV.
And you've been all over the world.
I grew up in Europe. I'm Hungarian. So,
Okay, so you're okay.
Yeah, so I came to Australia in high school properly.
Fucking flexing on me like a black guy, dog.
Damn.
Like, no,
dog.
his passport is stamped, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
He's over here like, look, XG, look,
X
I
will
got
never
it.
know
I
that feeling.
got two passports.
Damn!
Damn, bro.
How many citizenships
That's a
do you have?
fat flex.
Two.
Two
damn,
citizenships.
two
Damn.
citizenships.
Fucking flexing.
I thought about just like adding that to my thing
uh,
because I'm Salvadorian and I could go to the thing and like they're making it easy
How
for
many
you to get dual
citizenships
citizenship.
does X have?
Why don't you become Salvadorian? That's dope. I would do it.
Yeah, just so I could become that. Then
Dude.
in case there's a draft, I'm like, yo,
Fuck
what
you
up?
guys. What's up?
Like,
Look at these tattoos. I'm MS.
nah, hell no.
Oh my god.
Hell no, bro. I would especially all of them. Honestly, bro, if I ever had to run from the draft, dude, I'm going to like an Asian country.
And just say what you game bang for Pokemon.
Nah, dude, I'm just like you just work in a kitchen, become like a Mexican in
No,
California.
I just teach English.
Yeah,
You're American.
Oh yeah, perfect, dude.
English teaching is the sweetest gig if you have.
Can you imagine, dude? I teach all these kids,
Hell
to say the
no,
N-word.
bro. No.
Okay, wait
Oh
up.
my
I have a
God.
question.
Yeah.
How do you teach a language when you don't know the other language?
They just want something. You
Oh
can't really
my-
teaching
you-
it.
you get what I mean?
They just want somebody to speak it and just be around a native speaker. That's
I
it.
want to fucking teach English now. Can you imagine how cool would it be if I teach these fools slang?
He'll be like, let me be the preschool teacher.
Yo, you finna?
Yeah, like it'd be like, yo, if you're gonna go somewhere, be like, yo, we finna get some chips. Like, yo, just stop, yo, like straight up, like
Finna get some chips, my N-word.
No, dude, they were just like, I don't know. I feel like like Japanese parents care a lot about their child's education. So like the moment the kid would come home and be like, what do you come in here talking like next Friday and shit? We're not having this shit. Fire this teacher.
No, what they do is when they travel, they use their kids to do all the translation and asking and running around. So that's what like all the kids that I was teaching.
Yeah.
The parents just like, I went to America and then or Hawaii or something, and then the kid would do all the work.
I would just overcharge my parents. Like every time there's like a bill, I'd be like, yeah, it's 400. Be like, it's 450, mom. And like,
These on numbers.
take that nice little 50.
These on numbers don't change.
I know.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. In Japan, did you know how much you paid every time?
Yeah, it was just
Exactly, fool. You're trying to hustle your parent. You're such a bad kid, fool. Over here trying to fucking hustle your
I'm
own
just saying, if
parents.
I'm being a translator, I'm gonna be on the clock, bitch.
You just blackmail them. I suppose.
You are on the clock. They pay for your food. They give you somewhere to live. Man, ungrateful little fucks, dude. I know. He's gonna be appreciated.
This is why I messed up the bathroom.
Dude, that was funny. I still can't believe you did that.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I have it's the last video that I posted up. Like when I was younger, bro. Like I don't know, bro. Like I just had fun destroying things, like making messes. I don't know what it is. Like
Like when you put chicken nuggets in that guy's
yeah, and the guy's
VCR?
control, and then I just messed up his house.
This one was mean though. This one was mean. Like his mom got invited to a baby shower.
Oh,
And
I already
It wasn't
know-
family
already-
though. It wasn't family.
already
It
know
wasn't
that-
family because that's
already
what
know
bugged me
this
about
story.
it.
No, it wasn't
Yeah.
family. I didn't do it in like a family member's house. It was like a friend of work or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, they don't know. It could be anybody's game.
Nah, dude, I'm pretty sure you were top 5 witness. I mean, you were top 5. You were top 5. What's it called?
Remember when we stuck all those rags at that fucking mansion party
Yeah,
in the toilet?
I'm telling you, sometimes it's fun, man.
It is.
Now, what did you like better? Did you like living better in China or Australia?
China was awesome between 2008 till around 2015, and then it got a little bit like the visa requirements kept creeping up. Like for me, I was okay because I worked in animation, my degree's in animation, and I worked in animation outside China.
Yeah.
So it was fine. Before it was just like whatever vague loose paperwork, they'll just give you a visa, and work was always around, and there's a lot of parties as well, and it was just great. But then, yeah, just things tightened up in China. Things got more expensive, and yeah, it was time to leave.
Is it dictatorship? Is it as bad as they say it is? It's like, oh, dude, you're surveillance and.
Well, yes and no. Like, I actually worked for the government for 3 months. I did what they like to call, because they asked me on the phone, "Are you okay to do propaganda stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's got to be fun." So I was like, "Yeah, like this is a story." So
Because it's gonna get done anyways. You're right. If it's not you, it's gonna be someone else. You
Yeah.
might as well
just
make the best out of it.
Yeah, and it was like for the official government news channel, their English language, and I did.
Were you drawing Trump a lot?
Sorry?
you
No,
drawing-
not at all. No, it was super innocent. Well, innocent. It was like it was just basically
China.
it was more of an explanation video, just
Okay.
telling you like, there's this is how the government works. We don't only have the Communist Party, so they've got all these token other parties, even. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not telling you that's the truth. That's what they told me
Yeah.
to say. So
It's like here, like we have other parties, but we have the
don't matter.
left and the right. That's it. We have the Democratic and the Republican.
yeah, well,
Party.
they did. There's a bit in it because we did 10 episodes, and there was a bit in it where they did touch on like the cultural revolution, and they kind of said, well, not everything was great in our past, and then I was like, oh, well, there you go. They're admitting to some faults. So
Yeah. If only Germany would do that.
No,
They just hide their history.
they denied.
Yeah, they
Germany
just
denied.
Yeah,
it
they
for a
just
while.
kind. They just kind of like if you ask them about what happened.
Not
between-
anymore.
Like, but for a while it was just like we don't know. It just
I thought you were like, because like when I was in school, Hungary was part of they weren't part of Germany, but they were part of. I think we were the last country to separate from Germany, like the whatever. And we were told in school that we were the bad guys. And they told her pretty much all what's going on, and they were like, "Yeah, we lost 2/3 of our land because we were part of we were on Hitler's side the whole time." And
I mean, what I know is like in Germany, you're not allowed to have any Nazi memorabilia. That's illegal.
you're not allowed to show it. I think in can't you do it in historical context?
Yeah,
Maybe,
historical
maybe,
context, I think you
maybe
can.
in a museum, but you're not allowed to have it and be like, "Look, I have fucking Hitler's fucking teacup."
Well, you're just saying that. I remember I was on my when I had my show. I was hiring a lot of people, and I literally had one kid, like some 20-year-old kid, for an interview, show up with an SS badge.
Whoa.
And then he just showed me his portfolio, and it was like
was
portraits
that
of Hitler and a bunch of tanks and stuff. And I'm like, this is like a kid's cartoon with cats in it, right? So, like we're pretty clear that this is like a Hello Kitty style show. And he was like this dark kid from northern China, which makes it because they're more lighter there, but he was coming in from North China. And then, and I was like, dude, like, you're in Shanghai, a lot of white people here. Don't show up to interviews like this because it's not going to work out for you.
All right, can you start with
Yo.
how happy you
Oh,
are,
yeah.
dog?
Kangaroo jerky?
Yeah,
What
dude.
the fuck? Kangaroo.
Are we passing this around and trying it?
Yeah.
All right. Are we trying the sweet and hot or just regular?
Sweet and hot.
Be hot.
All right, fine. Thank you for bringing these Australian
he's so
snacks
happy.
to us.
Yeah, I figured so much. I figured if we're smoking, probably going to be hungry, so I bought a lot.
Perfect. Thank you. So,
All right.
Sorry? Oh, no.
Okay, so it says game jerky, and all right.
have you ever like had kangaroo leather?
No.
They have soccer shoes like that.
All right,
I don't
here
know
we
if
go.
that's illegal anymore.
No,
it-
I think now it's illegal, but I remember we had from our first trip to Australia, we had kangaroo skin that you put like as a carpet. It's just like the body of like his tail and his body.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
So sorry about this. It's only 97% Australian, so I don't know which 3% of the kangaroos are in. But
It's probably Mexican. They're everywhere.
Hey, pass it to Sammy. You want to try it?
there you go.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah, try it.
I mean, it's actually not bad.
It's like beef.
Yeah, it just tastes like beef.
Yeah, beef jerky.
It honestly tastes like did you get some, Ray? It tastes like a Korean barbecue beef.
Are they dangerous?
Kangaroos?
Yeah. Can they be?
They can, and it depends. Like, because they're not like you can pet them. Like, you go to the zoos. Like, you've got these like Australian zoos, petting zoos, and all of them will let you pet the kangaroos. So they're not too bad. Sometimes they get a little bit aggressive and they scratch your hands, but Apparently, like in the wild, if you piss them off, like the red kangaroos, they're the ones with all the rib
stuff.
muscles
Yeah,
and
the ones-
stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, those look scary.
That one could probably fuck you up, but like most of the times, like you'll encounter, there'll be like the grey kangaroos, and they're fine.
They're just kind of like Rocco, or just like fuck it.
I wish they were like Rocco, and that's what. But
Can you have one as a pet?
no, you can have them. You can have them on your farm, and you can get like a license to save Australian animals, and then you can take care of them. But you can't go. You can't have it. It's not like a cat and dog.
Oh no, they don't react like that.
Nah.
That would be pretty cool.
Now,
to have it
apparently
on
they're
the leash.
also really dumb. Like, apparently, so you can't teach them anything. They don't learn anything. So it's like kind of having like a giant rabbit in the sense that it just poops everywhere and just walks around and doesn't.
Yeah, never mind. I thought
That's
they were
that's
smarter,
exactly what my rabbit does.
Yeah.
He just kind of he's just like, you got carrots? And then it's like, I'm gonna just walk around here and just kick it, shit everywhere. I like that they're neat shits though. I mean, it's like a little ball.
Kangaroo shit's the same.
Oh, it's just a big rabbit then.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's a
pocket.
What's a marsupial? Yeah,
Marsupial, so you got a little pocket where you can put a wallet in.
it's pretty tight, dude.
Damn.
That's where you put the babies in. Pretty
Yeah.
weird. It's cool but weird.
No, that shit it looks nasty inside.
I know. That's what I said. It's fucking nasty inside, but it's cool. You gotta
Did you
think
put
about
your
it.
hand inside?
No, I've just videos.
Oh, okay.
You know, I've never even. Yeah. So I gotta ask you a question.
Yeah.
I'm a huge South Park fan.
Oh, yeah.
Is there anything else like South Park in Australia and any part of the world where you're? I mean, because to me,
There's a New Zealand one. I forgot the name, but which is they're not Australians, but there's a New Zealand cartoon, and I forgot what it was. But it's kind of like Mary's, like outer suburb Mary's, and it's kind of similar in the vein to South Park.
Okay, because to me that's just like they cross every line's been crossed, and I want to know if there's anything like Ezone said. It's the only way of expression where you can literally say like you've seen what is it, the American one,
Which one?
Saving America, or the one with the puppets.
Oh, Team America World
Team
Police.
America,
Yeah,
like you can't do that with human beings. It has to be animated for it to be like.
yeah.
It lets you cross that line that isn't crossed the line, and like what he's on there. But then you can also go very like innocence.
Yeah.
With animation, so you can do both of them.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering, is there anything else like South Park where you might be like, hey, check this out? Because sometimes I miss South Park. I'm like, God, I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, like, I haven't watched, like, I'll be honest, because, like, I lived for, like, over 10 years with no internet, basically, because there's the wall. We got the firewall in China, so I was barely on Facebook, and I got onto Instagram.
How's their internet?
Sorry?
How's their internet?
but like I didn't.
Well, if you just want to go on Chinese websites, it's really fast, and they all have like sites where bootleg and all this stuff, so you can get all your American shows and very fast, and all that stuff easy. But if you just I remember when I went to Hong Kong, moved to Hong Kong, and YouTube opened up for me, I was like, oh my God, I was just addicted. And to this day, I think I watch too much YouTube because we were just missing out on 10 years of upload. But I mean, you have VPNs and you can access it, but I just found them unreliable. And then every time you do have your VPN on, the Chinese sites don't work well. So I just gave up on it mostly.
That's wild, bro. Could you do that?
No, bro. I think I
crazy.
couldn't go. I think the world without the internet right now. I mean, it sounds stupid, but I don't know what the fuck to do.
Well, I came to
I'd be
China
so
in 2008. So 2008, the internet was less exciting. So I was, and also it was open. I remember during the expo in 2010, that's when they blocked everything. They blocked Facebook, and all the foreigners, expats, like, well, what the hell happened? And then they're like, no, it's just during expo. Once the expo is over, the sites will come back. And then the expo was over, and they just kept blocking more and more sites to the point now that it's kind of famous for it.
Damn. Yeah, I don't know. Like today, bro. Like I got to experience like not having my phone the whole day.
Sucks, huh?
How was it?
It didn't suck, bro, because I kind of noticed how the phone kind of shapes your life in America. Like it kind of like it provokes thoughts, emotions, and all that stuff. When in reality, your brain should be invocating these emotions naturally. Like these should be thoughts that your brain is at work. But when you have a device that you constantly look for dopamine, it becomes more of an addiction. So every time you look at your phone, it's almost like lighting up a cigarette.
Yeah.
To your mind, you know what I mean? And I kind of got that, and I remember I walked around. I went to a cafe. I sat down, and I was like, had a coffee, and I was just sitting down, and I'm like, my phone's gonna be there a while, so I was just sitting there, And the people in there were fucking staring at me because I was the only one in there without a phone. And they were looking at me like, is this guy okay? Is something wrong with him? Is he going to start crying? Like, they were kind of looking at me like if something was really wrong with me because I was sitting in there and just looking at the fucking bread. You know what I mean? Like, just looking at it and I'm just like, wow, that's some good ass bread. Like, because I'm like, whatever, I got to use my brain now. My phone's being fixed. It's whatever. And I kind of enjoyed it, Xavier. I kind of enjoyed it a lot, bro. I kind of enjoyed not having that shit.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not that person. If you get anger off the internet, then yeah, stay off of it. I get pure joy. I see titties, ass, and my algorithm's fucking food and fun shit. If your algorithm, like I see your algorithm, I see the shit you repost. It's people getting shot in LA, people getting robbed, like shit where I'm like,
Hamas.
Hamas. Dude, it's shit that like it's killing your vibe.
Free Palestine.
Yeah, my shit like, dude, tits, ass, fucking jokes, comedians, and it's not. I mean, that could be. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like sometimes I'm like, all right, enough.
You hear
kids.
that stupid algorithm?
But
Stop making me depressed.
yeah, fool. What you gotta do is go on the algorithm and just click on shit that you want to pop up, and I guarantee your algorithm it happens like that. Yeah. Why do you think I get those disabled chicks all the time now? I get disabled chicks all the time on my feed
you
now.
ever jerk off to some disabled porn?
Not yet.
Be honest. Like, you never seen like a little nub?
Nah, bro.
And you're just like, damn, this bitch is fine.
No,
But
it has to be in person. I'm not. I would do it for the story, but I don't
can't-
jerk off to that. I don't
can't-
think I could.
But what if it just came across? You wouldn't just, you're like, man, I'm already here and she is kind of hot. She got a little nub though. But everything else is fine.
Nah, it's weird.
Not even if she got a fat
I
ass.
feel like they're exploiting her.
She's doing it naturally, fool.
Oh, wait, Paul McCartney did it for a while.
Wait, he dated an amputee?
He had one of his wives only had one leg.
No way.
Oh, you didn't know it?
No.
Yeah. So,
Was that
just
true?
saying you in good
Why would-
company? If that's
I
a
mean,
thing.
she definitely can't leave you.
I'd be making fucked up jokes like,
Well,
"Arr."
Well, she could because like she had long dresses, but like she lost her leg in a bike accident, in a motorbike accident.
And he wasn't with her at the moment. That's
No. He started dating her after.
Wow, that's
Damn.
a gentleman.
Yeah.
That was real love.
I'd be
And then
playing.
she left him.
Her pussy, her blowjob must have been insane.
I'd be like playing fucked up songs like Peggy Sue. Yeah, like my Peggy Sue. Like I'd be walking it like I'd be like dude, every time I come home play Pirates of the Caribbean. Like it's always playing. Like why is this movie always playing? I'm like I don't know, Mrs. Fucking Blackbeard. Yeah, bro. Like I'd have way too much fun just because like the comedic mind is just you're just like because I don't know. I don't like to have like no like restrictions with the shit I laugh at, bro. Like I'm like
Funny's funny.
yeah. Why the fuck am I in America for?
Exactly.
Yeah, I was like I thought we could laugh at everything here.
so how's the freedom of speech in Australia?
Well, it's technically, legally, we don't have freedom.
Yeah,
of
I know.
speech.
That's why.
Oh,
I
you guys
asked.
are-
So
Yeah.
we don't. And also, I remember because I took high school legal studies. I failed it, but I took it. And a couple of things that stuck out. The bits that I didn't fail was that if you just curse in front of a copper, then they can arrest you just for that.
What?
So if you just go to like a police dude and you go like, you swear at him, you go,
Piece of shit.
yeah, you fucking cunt. And then he'll be like, well, if you call him a sick cunt, it's a compliment. But
A sick cunt.
yeah, yeah, but not anymore. It used to be when I was a kid in high school because I was learning English. So the kid said, hey, call him a sick cunt. And I was like, okay. And then I did. And he's like, cool. And he's like, what does it mean? And they're like, oh, it just means he's cool. And that was it. And then when I didn't know it was that bad of a word because like I went to high school in the US for a year. I went to Utah, and then in Cache Valley. Yeah, with Mormons. Yeah, and I did not know, so I called somebody a sick cunt there, and he didn't. Yeah, didn't
Didn't
approve.
like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it, and I was like, no, in my country, that's a compliment.
Yeah. See, I don't know why
You
cunt.
sick cunt.
Yeah. See, I don't know why cunt isn't used here more often.
What do you mean? Cali Blaze uses that shit all
Yeah.
the time, bro.
Yeah, but he's
does.
also not from.
Fucking cunts.
Yeah, but these days you can't. Like these days, like just going back to your like what you can say. These days, like some people just like nah, don't say it anymore. I think they watch too much American shows where they barely say it.
Yeah, that's true. Like foreign shows are different, bro. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. Like, dude, You know what doesn't exist in Japan? And I was like, man, they have no idea what racism is out here.
Or doesn't exist.
What?
Like they're not. It's just like.
Oh no, Japan's racist.
I mean, but it's like nobody. Like I don't know. It's weird. Like I didn't notice like anybody taking offense to anything.
Yeah, they don't, but they'll. Yeah, like.
I know what you mean. I bought my friend his mask.
Yeah.
That was in like the mask section, and I was like, this mask was all blackface. Like, and it's a giant baby, but it's all blackface.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta get this for my friend. But he didn't appreciate it so much.
Yeah, but they kind of do look down on other people, and they're not really that welcoming.
Every country's racist.
Yeah, but like in Japan, they're professional. Like, no, they're professional. Like they're courteous. So like in shops, and if they meet you for the first time, they're super polite, super nice. You're like, oh, that's kind. But then when you want to be friends with them, they're like, oh yeah, nah.
It's like Japanese only, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, not everybody's like that. Like my girlfriend's Japanese, and she's not racist, but she's considered far lefty there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like I mean, it's crazy because their generation, bro. Like, there's like a weird structure out there, bro. Because like people ain't fucking and staying together, bro. Like they have like a big declining population out there. Like with like I don't know, people ain't fucking out there.
Maybe or just no, they just pull out better. I don't know.
Exactly. So these guys didn't believe me, and every time I tell this to people, their mind gets blown. And you've been there. I don't know if you've seen it. No one believes me that the Great Wall of China is 5,000 miles long.
Yeah, it is.
It is. People are over here like they don't. I know, and not all of it's pristine.
Yeah.
Pristine, but it was back in the day. It was like I'm pretty sure at one moment in time before airplanes were around, before they found out that they wasted a lot of time building this shit.
Yeah.
But have you seen it?
Yeah.
Is it amazing? Yeah. Like, were you like seventh wonder of the world type of thing?
It was very crowded, and I did tag the something.
You tagged on it? That's such an artist thing to do. Is like, come here.
So there's like a sloppy bunny there someplace, which has probably been washed off since.
Yeah. But what was it? Is it amazing? I don't know. Is it?
It is. I mean, it's it is. It was weird because I went with my dad. We went to he came visiting, and I was like, Dad, if we're in Shanghai, just my friends are bothering me all the time, so let's go to Beijing. I've never been, so we went and took a look, and it's big, but it's also like I don't know what was more amazing, just the fact that it's this big wall that never ends, or just the crowds, because it was so difficult to just move around.
So many people still.
Yeah.
Damn.
I just was like, but I was there in 2009. So I don't know what it's like now, but I've heard that like some of the walls have been accidentally taken down by construction people doing something around, and then like just cranes falling over or something.
Have you? Did you go to China Disneyland?
Yeah, I did.
How's that?
I did. It was awesome because I went the first. I've been to both China, the Shanghai and Hong Kong ones. So I've been to both.
That's nice.
And the Shanghai one, I went on the first day of Chinese New Year. And they closed 2 hours early. And then my girlfriend was like, you sure you want to go? And I'm like, yeah, nobody's going to show up. So it either closes 2 hours early or I just wait those 2 hours in line to get in there. So, and I was right. I went in there, it was almost empty. The longest we waited on a ride was like 10 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Chinese New Year?
Yeah, Chinese New Year. So
Oh,
any
man.
tips?
That's
for
like their
any
4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit bigger because like you've got it's the biggest like migration of people, and like Shanghai has like 25 million people. But only 8 million of them are local Shanghainese. So so all these other 16 million, they all have to go back to their hometown. So the town just empties. It's one of the most interesting. So you go down like Nanjing Road, which is like full of people, and you go to Chinese New Year, it's like 28 days later. It's just you and 2 other confused foreigners who couldn't book a train ticket because you can't book train tickets during that time.
So which one's the best Disney that you've been to that you were like pretty amazed? I'm like, whoa.
Well, I've only been to those 2.
You haven't been to the one here?
No, I haven't been to the one here. Why, are you going to take me?
Dude, I could if you. How long are you in town for?
I'm here till next Friday.
I mean, maybe I can pull some strings.
It is a possibility. Yeah, you're
like,
giving it enough time where he's like,
I don't know. I do have a friend there where like sometimes we get lucky like that, but I gotta pull the strings to see if he has that.
Yeah. Well, if you need me to help you to pull the strings, just hold on at the back or something. Just to pull it harder.
Because we've all gone. Like I go there a lot. I love Disney. Yeah. So I'm gonna give him a call.
mad, dude.
So I mean, since we brought up Disney, what's your favorite Disney movie? What's your favorite one you animated? I mean, you actually been in the game.
Oh yeah, you've animated
yeah,
several.
in the game.
So there's probably like I'll highlight 4 of them. So my first one was Jungle Book 2, and it was kind of weird because like when I was like 3 years old in kindergarten, I remember the oldest film I can remember watching was Jungle Book, the original Jungle Book.
That's so cool.
And then I got to work on the direct sequel to it, and so that was special. So that's why I like that one. But I was only ink and paint, so I didn't draw on it. I colored in the cells. That was my first job. And then Lion King 3, well, 1.5, I think was called. It's different region.
Yeah.
It's the one where Timon and Pumbaa rewatched. They said it's the first one retold from
their
Timon and
POV?
Yeah. And it's like what is it called? Science cinema. It used to be on the Sci-Fi Channel where you've got the silhouettes talking over.
Have you seen it?
No.
You know what I'm
Wow,
talking
that
about?
sounds really. That sounds kind of cool
Yeah,
to watch
Lion
it
King
from
one
like.
and a half. I've
It's
seen
actually good. So the reason I bring it up because I hated working on that because on one end was when I was ink and painting it was just 15 different brown shades I had to paint. I hated that. And then I got to work on a bit of drawing blobs, but because it was my first drawing gig on that, I was just drawing shadows. And that was it. That's all they trusted. And I did one waterfall. That's it. That's all they trusted me with. But yeah, the story is good. Like that's the only Disney sequel where I was like, that's genuinely a good story. It's well told, well paced. So that was. And then also my favorite Disney movie of all time is Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
And I got to work on the sequel to that too. And I got to meet Chris Sanders a few times, who's the creator of it.
Oh, nice. That's like meeting the Harry Potter person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he came down to Sydney, so I met him there. Then I met him in... and then also a friend of mine was going to do... He's got this comic strip called Kishkalu. So I think we were going to do some Chinese thing for his comic there, and I was in touch with that. So that's more Disney. So anyways, those 3 movies. 4th one would have been like Three Musketeers starring Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. And that was because it wasn't a sequel. Because everything we worked on had a number on the end.
Yeah.
And this one didn't. So it just felt like we worked on an original feature. And it was also, I think it's still the last feature with Mickey Mouse. So.
Wow, that's quite the resume, dude. And for you to be able to work on these franchises, man, like that's really dope. Because I mean, working with Disney, like they put their animators to work, bro.
Yeah, they do. There's always a few special guys that looked on, so they usually have it a little bit easier. But yeah, we're more an outsourced studio, so we had like hard numbers to hit, and we didn't do a lot of the cool stuff that the other guys do. Like they get to fly to Hawaii. We got to catch a bus to the beach to see.
They get to fly to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So would you still recommend people to go into animation? Since AI's around, does that scare you? Like, where does that leave animation? Because
I don't know. Like, it does. The thing is with AI, like, as long as you've got a fan base, you'll be fine. I don't have that fan base. So, like, it's some fan base, but not enough. So, yeah, so it's hard because like it changes so much. I got in there. I love drawing. I wasn't that much into animation. I just wanted to draw, and Disney was a full-time gig. So I got into but then 3D came in. So everything I worked and wanted to do just died literally. So I was working towards. So then with AI, it's like it's taking a bunch of jobs.
You ever thought about doing like Pixar type of stuff? Can you do that?
I am working in I work now. I animate for like slot machines.
Slot machines?
Yeah,
Oh, dope.
so
I'm
I
one of
get-
those suckers that like puts money in those.
So I'm not. Are you?
Yeah, I like when I go to Vegas. Like if I see a Family Guy slot machine, I'm playing that.
so
yeah.
you do the cool motions that happen in Vegas to get my attention?
Yeah, and also like when you play it, like when you match all the stuff, there's also animations. So I do that. So
Wow.
So that's new for me because I used to work in like other stuff like TV, film, and I did iPhone games for a while as well. Did toys. So now this is new.
You've done toys before?
Yeah, plush.
Oh, that's sick, man.
Yeah.
That's really sick. That's one of the hardest things to do, man. Like I requested a few samples with some of my characters,
and I'm just like, man, they botched this. I'm not doing this.
Yeah, you know, you go through a lot. Like a lot of stuff in China, like for me, was easy because I could just catch a train and just go to the factory, and then because like we have a sample factory, and then they'll put together something,
Yeah.
and then once the sample, because I even went there to look for all the materials as well. So
Yeah, that's like how other states look at us, and we're like when we're in the fashion district, and they're like, how come you guys keep making shirts and sweaters for every season? We're right here, dude. Yeah, we just walk down the street and we go get new shirts.
yeah. Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is like the fashion district area.
Oh,
so-
okay. Yeah. I saw something. I was walking
Yeah.
around a bit.
Yeah, this is like around the area where like people usually come like get like all their like I guess stuff to if you're a merchant of your own like e-commerce, you could just come restock your hoodies and whatever you need.
Oh,
They
okay.
usually got it everywhere here. During the daytime, it's crazy. But yeah, that's to have that, man. That is to have that around you. Like, no wonder you're able to. Did you have you stopped making the plushes or like?
Yeah, sadly, just because what happened was I used to work for a company that was just like an OEM making toys for other people. So they were doing like Super Friends, they were doing like Hello Kitty, and they were doing like big stuff. So
Yeah.
the guy was like, the margin's too low. So he's like, if we create our own IP. And so I told him like to do it. Like you should just find somebody who's just has a trajectory and buy their IP. And he's like, no, we're creating from scratch. So he created. So he did Spud the Bear, and he was on. Jesus did a voice for us on that.
Oh,
So-
nice.
So I did a bunch of shorts, but yeah, just it never hit. Like it just didn't get the traction. And then also, yeah, like the China tax, whatever the Trump did,
Yeah.
that affect pretty much that screwed the company I worked for, and they had to see who's making the least amount of money. So it was like, yeah, our department made nothing, so they cut it off. They still have the rights. They still commission me sometimes to do little material to see if it picks up or if there's anything. But yeah, it's pretty much over for now. Well, anyways, from my end, I had to move on.
So I was gonna ask, with all these, I mean, obviously they all pay different, but do any of them give like residuals?
No,
Because that's always great. I mean, that would be amazing. But
yeah, because like every time I work on something famous, I'm somewhere lower rung, and when I'm working on something where I'm more involved with, it hasn't hit.
okay. But they do give residuals for cartoons, or is
My
that,
TV show I wouldn't have gotten, although I directed every episode, and I think we did well. But for second season they lowered the budget, and I'm like, yeah, that's not how it works. Like everybody's expecting more money now.
yeah.
I'm like, and they're like, oh no, but you're already so experienced, you can do it faster, and you can fire some of them. And I'm like, yeah, no. So I was like, nah, I'm not. So yeah, there you go.
Perfect. Cut.
Yeah. Man, what's you live in? Is Australia really as dangerous with the wildlife as they say it is?
Well, yes and no. Spiders freak me out. Like I'm not good around spiders, and there's like this one spider called the huntsman. It's like, I don't know. To me, it looks like a tarantula. It's big and hairy.
Yeah.
But it's not. But it's still big and hairy. Apparently, it doesn't kill you. But it still freaks me out.
Is there one that kills you, right?
Yeah, the funnel web. The funnel web. Pretty much, if you don't get into a doctor within half a day, you're dead.
But that's in. You can find it in your basement.
You can find it under your bed.
Damn.
Yeah.
Have you seen one?
Yeah.
Like,
Not in my bed. Somebody caught it and took it to school and said, "Hey, look what I found."
It's called
And
the what?
funnel web, and they should have these two massive fangs on the front.
Oh my god. That is a scary looking spider. It looks like you have to really wear some boots to squish that.
Yeah, and he's not that big. He's just venomous. He's just very venomous, and those teeth can get in pretty deep. And it hurts immediately. So it's not like you've got 12 hours to get to the hospital and you'll stroll. It's like
you'll know.
yeah, like it'll disable you almost. Like it'll be difficult to get to your phone.
Wow.
Yeah.
And damn, that means you have to keep your shit clean for sure in Australia, bro.
Yeah, but it's mostly like people who live in houses. Like I live in an apartment. I should be fine. So
Oh, it's people that mostly live in houses.
yeah, but it's like Sydney's actually not that different to LA. Like it's very flat. We got a downtown that's like pretty big. Call it the city, but it's the same towers and stuff. And then like you go 10 minutes, and then everybody lives in a house.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, they're trying to rebuild like where I live in Parramatta. Shout out to Parramatta. Anyone listening from there? But where I live, they're just building it now. So they're trying to make it like the city, but it's nobody. It's everything closes at 5. So it's
5 p.m.
Yeah.
What?
What do you mean? Like all the
no
stores and
nightlife?
everything?
A lot of them, like cafes, like back in Shanghai and Hong Kong. Like after work, I'll just go to like any cafe, sit down and sketch and get ideas. I get a lot of my ideas just or whatever, just relaxing in a cafe. All of them shut at about 3 p.m. And like Australia's got this coffee culture, and they have a lot of cafes, but they all close at 3 p.m. So if I want a 6 p.m. latte,
Yeah.
and draw a little bit, I just do it at home. Or you go to the 6 Starbucks that exist. There's like there's not many of them
Wow, that's the one place they don't have them, huh?
Yeah, because like Australians are like pretty particular about their coffee. I think a little bit.
Starbucks is shit.
Yeah, well, Starbucks is shit unless you live like when I lived in Korea. It's like the only coffee I could drink. I don't know what interpretation of Paris baguette and all the other places in Korea have, but the coffee tastes weird. Sure, now it's better, but in 2007, Korean coffee was not good. So
Paris baguette is Korean?
yeah. It's a good
That's
I
crazy.
think they have one here. They have them
Yeah,
here.
we
So,
actually just had some cake from there. Their pastries are great.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm sure they do the coffee differently here than they did. This was like a long time
Yeah.
ago.
Mocha's amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I would feel like I don't know. You know what's one thing that I've been like the coffee that I've been rocking with, Vietnamese coffee. That shit is crazy, bro. It's crazy strong and it's crazy bomb.
Have you had Turkish coffee?
No.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I haven't had that. Is that strong?
I think so. Yeah, it's strong, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I like my coffee, man. But it's it's got to do the job.
Yeah.
Got to do the job. What's been your favorite part about being an animator?
Just drawing, actually. I don't like that much of it. I prefer the drawing part. Nowadays, because like animations, we complain that it's all CG. So I actually have to work with Blender and After Effects. So a lot of my job is not even drawing as much. Like I try to squeeze in as much drawings as possible, but that's not my day job. Like the day job is just moving other people's drawings around and stuff, which is still fun. Fun. And then, also because it's a little bit different, it's more relaxing to draw. But yeah, I didn't make money. Like I remember I was like after, like I was telling Aika, I was like, I did a TV show. I didn't think I'd be renting a 1-bedroom apartment after doing a TV show. I thought it was going to be a lot better. But now I'm paying mortgage, but still, I was expecting more.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you do think that, but then you're like, I guess animation, like, I wonder, like, we went to the convention not too long ago, like TOON out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you see all of them, and you see some of them, you're like, damn. Some of these dudes or some of these chicks have hella credits, but I'm like, dude, you don't even have a handler. You know what I mean? Because, like, everybody has a handler there. Like, it's crazy. Somebody who, like, handles all their stuff. But, like, you're like, man, you got all these credits, and you look like you work for me, dude. Like,
Oh, well, we expect that. Like, I mean, you meet someone that's like worked on The Simpsons, you're like, oh, you should be a baller.
Yeah.
And you're just like, well, they're not. And I mean, obviously there's like levels, but it's just that mentality. Just like me.
Yeah, most of the people. No, I mean the animation biz for that front is it's kind of like now. Like the reason I actually went to slots, it's like the only place where they give you a proper full-time job. It's not like you finish a project and then hopefully they pick up. Now it's all this like legal stuff to keep me safe. So now,
I mean, that's good for you. Like, because gambling is like exploding everywhere. So like,
yeah.
you're probably gonna be making a lot of those, and that's a stable job, you know?
Yeah. So it's cool, and you still do cool stuff there. Like
Yeah.
the images and stuff's really cool, and like a lot of talented people work in the scene as well.
Do you get to work on your like passion projects though? Like,
Yeah. Well, now what was good is I can do my comics finally, because I used to start it off doing comics, but every time I do a personal project, I have to think of it like I have to pitch this for something. It has to make money, or like a lot of times I just have to put them aside because there's a freelance gig up and all this stuff. So I want to do because living in China was such a weird thing, so I kind of documented it, and I want to put that into like a vaguely fictitious comic story, and then I don't have to worry about if it makes money or not. I'll tell it. If it's good, it'll make money. If
It'll
not,
be good.
who cares?
You got to look. If you think it's good, I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
That's how you got to look at it.
Yeah, so now I'm just kind of like working on that a bit. So that's kind of my passion project. Yeah.
Like, do you think the people in South Park thought South Park would be South Park?
What?
You think the people in South Park thought it would be South Park? If you've ever seen the first episode?
Yeah, the
It's
Santa
fucking-
one, the one where
It's literally made out of fucking construction paper.
Yeah.
That's and
You never know what hits. It's never like sometimes I see people like I mean, I got in when you go into Australia to Disney, like you'd be surprised who didn't make it in and what they're doing now. Like one of the animation directors is an Australian guy, and I was listening to him on a podcast, and he's like, "Yeah, I applied for Disney in Sydney, but yeah, I never got through the full thing. Because you do a few tests, and he didn't pass one of the tests, so he didn't get the job. And now he's directing The Simpsons full time, relatively famous." And there I was like, I was in like China doing some local show.
You're like, man, I should have failed that test.
Yeah. That's my,
So, I mean, he kind of already knows, and I'm sure you kind of know. Do you think Disney's going downhill? Are they too woke? Are they trying to?
I don't know. Like, to be honest, like my problem with Little Mermaid being black was not the woke part at all. I was like, because like people forget that the original Disney cartoon was butchering the original source material. The original source material is like super violent and stuff.
Yeah.
And then so the Disney mermaids were also kind of just the childish versions of it. So I don't care what they change it to. It was all cool. The problem was, I think, the reasoning behind it. Like they just wanted free press. That was kind of, I'm like, look, that's
Thirsty.
That's I don't think you were genuine in your choice.
And you think that's going to be a downfall for Disney? Like, I mean, in the Buzz Lightyear one, they had an LGBTQ, they had a
I
lesbian.
don't care. It's all fun.
And it's that thing. But do you think that's going to be the downfall for Disney?
I don't
I'm
know.
not-
I don't know because like I don't know. I think the downfall of Disney will be stuff. I think the fact that Star Wars didn't become popular in China, I reckon that kind of stuff is going to be their downfall, not the woke stuff, because they were doing well in China and getting accepted, because they only limit how many movies you can bring in.
Oh, really?
And, yeah, so a lot of movies don't get into China because they just don't hit the limit and stuff. So that's why DreamWorks actually opened a studio, because like if you make because a lot of them, to appeal to the thing, they actually send work there. Like a lot of Iron Man got redone for Chinese versions, and I knew.
Damn. So it's different?
Yeah.
Well, they don't allow things out there.
Yeah.
Allow America to.
Yeah, like a movie where American soldier's a hero is not allowed in China, dog. We're the enemy. They gotta be the hero,
We
dog.
can't even have a weed shirt out there type shit.
Yeah, bro. When
Damn.
LeBron called Taiwan, not China or whatever he did, they literally told NBA like, you better calm down, and they give so much money to the NBA.
They
bent
did that.
down.
Who's that wrestler guy that speaks English? What's
John
it?
Cena.
John Cena. He did the same thing.
Same thing, dog.
Yeah, but he was like on the TikToks going, "Washa Fei Chang Dubuchi," and I was like,
He learned Mandarin quick, dog.
Yeah.
He learned Mandarin
Yeah.
quick and apologized. He bent over to he knew who to bend over to.
Well, he was doing work in China, because like there was a time where like there's so much work in China. They wanted so much Hollywood stuff. So we had like Tom Cruise was over, and what else they were doing? I can't remember. Matt Damon did a Chinese movie and stuff.
Damn. He spoke in Chinese?
No, I don't know. I didn't see the movie. I think it's called The Wall or something. Or The Great Wall. I don't know what it was, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Now I kind of want to see. What is it? I want to know like what John Cena was really doing to really get in trouble.
Oh no, he just said Taiwan.
That's
He just,
it,
yeah,
fool.
yeah.
Okay, so China thinks that Taiwan is theirs.
Oh, that's like their Palestine, or that's like their Gaza.
Not even close, dog. Not even close. That's religious. That's a whole different thing.
I'd say like if Hawaii, probably like if they take over, I think what they want Taiwan to be like Hawaii is to the US.
Oh, okay.
So Taiwan used to be part of China, and then during some war, Taiwan became Taiwan and said, "Go
Like,
fuck
peace
you."
out.
Yeah, we
No,
don't
it
wanna
was a
be-
bit different. So actually, there was a government in charge, and then Mao overthrew that government, and then they had a bit of a fight, and they lost, and then they went into exile to Taiwan. So Taiwan, like, a Taiwanese friend of mine told me this. So my understanding of it is that Taiwan is where the old China is, and the mainland China is Mao's China and stuff like that. So so Taiwan is just the last bit they need to grasp.
And Taiwan wants to be Taiwan, not part of China. So,
Well, my Taiwanese friends calls China West Taiwan.
see,
Damn.
So yeah, and then the problem is that if China goes into Taiwan and actually goes and takes it, we kind of have to go into war. That's World War III, because we're supposed to defend Taiwan because they have all these
Manufacturers.
no, they have these microchips that make computers work. Huh?
No, it's TCL or something. TSL or TS,
Something like that. Yeah.
And they're the only ones they have?
We got to start making them.
Well,
That's what we
They
learned
took
from
him to
China,
Texas, right?
But,
They took him to Texas. I think they
Yeah.
opened a factory in Texas and Germany as well.
So that's what we learned from COVID. We can't rely on other fucking countries to have everything, because when shit hits the fan, they don't give it to us, and yeah, we're fucked, dude. We gotta fucking make our own shit. We can't just rely on China and Japan. I mean, it's cool to get Nikes for fucking $80, but can't just always get Nikes. Huh?
Yeah, they're
Yeah, they're cheap.
Oh yeah, dude. Come on. They got a lot of Chinese people working. Someone needs to buy them.
No, but in Australia, they cost more.
They do?
Yeah, I think it's like 200.
What costs it?
Nikes.
But they're like Australian dollars, so it's be like 150 USD.
Oh, that's normal.
Oh yeah, that's normal.
You can go to
Yeah.
Ross here and get them for 40.
Oh.
Yeah, hey, you see Rock Sampson? He posted Jordans at
Do you
Ross.
believe that?
Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
Jordans at Ross.
Did he
before.
buy them?
I don't know. He probably did. But I told you I bought expensive ass shoes at Ross before.
I bought expensive shoes, but not Jordans. Like, who sleeps like that little logo right there? And if you got like
I seen Air Jordans at Ross before, and I slept on them.
Air Jordans. Those are not Jordans.
Those are not Jordans. Those are Air
Thank you.
Jordans.
Thank you. Those are not Jordans. Air Jordans is what
The ones you bought me?
Huh?
The ones you bought me?
Those are Dunks.
Okay,
Those
so
are Dunks.
I've seen those there.
Okay, that's fine. But like like if you had Air Jordans are like the ones you buy like your stepkid. No one gives a fuck the Air Jordans. Those are the lame ones. Like those.
That's like the
ones-
warehouse ones?
Yeah,
Oh.
like the warehouse ones. Huh?
Because the same reason Shaq made shoes at Payless. Like he wanted to make everybody included into the franchise.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like the ones, the twos, the three, the fours. Those are like.
I did
the
not
ori-
know that. I'm learning.
Yeah.
I knew I had Jordans in high school, but I lost them. So
How was Jordan? In is he a bit? Did you guys remember him
when
playing?
I was in Hungary at the time when the Bulls were big. So the NBA was really big back then. And also, but most of my knowledge comes from NBA Jam. I still have it on my phone.
Did you like video games?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I grew up. I had what you guys call a Genesis. I had
Yeah.
It's called the Mega Drive down there.
A Sega Genesis?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's the same thing. You just call it Mega Drive.
It's the same thing, yeah. But the Japanese call it Mega Drive. The PAL region call it Mega Drive.
That's the
and then-
hardest thing to find complete out here in America.
Is it?
Like
Yeah.
if you're like, I mean, you could find it, but I'm talking about if you're gonna like search it and forget it for like a low price. Like if you're gonna actually like thrift it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's so hard to find that thing.
I'd say that probably the NES would be harder, wouldn't it? To get a full collection.
The Super Nintendo?
No, the old NES, the 8-bit one.
Dude,
that one. Mario 3.
What is it? Dude, I've had
one's
6 of those
come,
and
yeah.
sold them. Like literally, yeah.
Yeah, that one's easy to find.
Yeah.
But then you've got other ones you want to find. They're harder.
Super Nintendo.
No, for the 8-bit one. Yeah, the 8-bit one. Like there's a game called Little Samson.
Yeah.
That's hard
Yeah.
to find.
And you know what? The Super Nintendo looks way different in Japan.
And it looked,
a different-
our Super Nintendo looked like the Japanese one.
Yeah, like it doesn't even look like a Super Nintendo. It's weird, right? Like
No, to me, your Super Nintendo looks weird. The square box.
you guys have the little red shit. What the fuck is that? Like, yeah, like
It's common sense. That's what it is.
Everything's common sense.
Hey, so have you made video games? Have
Yeah,
you
I
worked
did.
on video games?
I worked on video games, but only for iPhone and web games. So,
Was it a shooter? What
oh no, one of them. The first game I worked on was like a sequel to a very popular farm game, which is interesting because like one of the. I'll tell you about that a little bit later, but then I worked on iPhone games, and I don't. Do you guys remember Domo?
Domo,
yeah, the little brown thing.
Yeah, I did. I worked on the iPhone game, one of the iPhone games. It's really bad. I hate to say it because
Was it the one where he just kept going and going?
Yeah. It's like, but we had buttons on it, so it was like
Yeah.
a 2D platform game and stuff.
I
so,
downloaded it.
Yeah, it was. Oh, there you go. Thank you. This is
yeah.
you, was it?
Yeah.
And I did like, and then so I did. Actually, the other one was also a farm game. I don't play farm game. I just worked on those, and then now I'm doing slots.
Remember
So I didn't do too
Farmville?
many games.
Plus.
Yeah. So Farmville. So I worked on this game called Kaixin Nong Chao, which means happy farm. and Farmville ripped that off.
Casino, ciao.
Oh, they ripped it off.
Yeah, they ripped it off.
off.
It was like the only. So I met the CEO and stuff, and I'm like, they were looking for someone, and I was like, I love the fact that there's a Chinese company that got ripped off by an American company.
That's the best.
Yeah. But but they folded eventually because they had this one farm game that was really, really popular and went viral. But then the guy told me that the people ripping us off made more money than we did.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, but now I'm playing around thinking. Cause I found like an engine that you can make Game Boy games. So I'm going. I'm going to Japan and buying an old Game Boy. And I'm gonna try to download one of those cartridges where you can put an SD card, so I can just make my own Game Boy game.
I want to play
That's dope.
Paperboy.
Cool.
That would be sick. And I know if you ever do open up for commissions,
Yeah.
I would love to have the High and Hungry game.
Oh, okay.
Really dope.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. You know what? So you guys fans of milk and cheese as well? Are you a
What?
fan of milk and cheese?
Yeah, the comic book?
Yeah, I fucking love. That's my favorite. Evan Dog is like my favorite comic.
What is it? Our artist has actually done a rendition of us as Milk and Cheese.
Yeah. So I saw it. I saw it. That's why I brought it up.
So old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I have a food blog called High and Hungry with Ray.
Oh yeah.
So he's my producer and my camera. Production crew and just producer and everything, director.
Yep.
And I'm the guy that's in front of the camera reviewing the food. Essentially, we both review the food, but we kind of do the Guy Fieri does, but we do it High and Hungry. So
Yeah.
I came up with all these characters, and Chili and a couple other artists have made these characters for me. But I had like all these food characters I've commissioned, bro. Like I have like tacos, I have burgers. Our main one is a burger.
Yeah.
But all these high version of foods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's. I'm sure I'll give you a lot to work with if you ever open up for commissions.
Yeah.
Once you get that down, that would be so sick because I love retro gaming and I do sell. I'm into reselling out here a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like I go thrift.
Oh, so you know the market.
I go thrifting every weekend, bro.
Oh
So,
yeah. Do you watch the? I think there's like. Cause I watch some of those YouTube channels. So is it called Pixel Squad or something?
I've seen them before.
Yeah, you know that. Yeah. So they do all that stuff. So they have like a podcast. I've listened to a couple of. I've just found them recently and stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, it's picking up. I can't collect though. I'd love to. I used to collect before.
You move a lot though.
That's why I stopped collecting. Even though now I bought a place, so technically, in theory, I'm not gonna move.
Yeah.
I just used to living in a little shoebox. I bought like a 1-bedroom, and that's not enough for collecting.
Yeah, you need like a permanent home if you're gonna collect for some.
Oh, you need space in your permanent home.
space, yeah.
But just having a permanent home is not enough.
Yeah, space is key.
Yeah.
So you talked about things taking you a long time. Do you remember doing George Perez's animated thing?
Which one? The one with the cat?
Yeah. I think. How long does that? Because I mean, it's.
Oh, that's right. He done one for George.
Yeah. I did.
I'm trying to look for it here. I can't find it. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe.
You've done this.
Yeah. I've done this. That was cool.
That was you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
That's so his style, dude. Yeah. I mean, now that you done, you see it, right?
Yeah, now I see it, but it's like honestly, I didn't know that was you that did that one.
Yeah, he did it as a shirt as well. It was so cool.
Yeah, I'm like that's so sick, man. I gotta have you do something for us, man. That would be so sick.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, did you see the way he drew 3 plates?
Yeah.
That shit was so funny because Tommy looks like a fucking Flintstone, bro. like literally, Tommy looked like. Obviously, you know who we're talking about.
Yeah.
We've always. You remember the dinosaur show?
Yeah.
You remember the dad?
Yeah.
That's who he reminds us of.
Fred Flintstone.
no, the dad from the dinosaur.
The TV, the puppet one.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. He always reminds me of that guy.
Yeah. Oh, that's the show. Yeah.
That's the one where he does the Freddy Krueger.
That's sick.
Yeah. Like, so how long
did something like that take you?
Well, that would take. It'll take me a fair couple of days. Like if I'm doing I forgot. I don't know if he asked for that or I just did it. I think I just did it.
Yeah. That's
If I just do it, it's because like there's something in my head I need to get it down, and that goes faster. But when I'm doing something like a commission, I have to think about it a little bit more, and I have to, you always get that feel. Okay, the guy commissioning me or Gail or whoever, I have to make them happy as well. So like for Felipe episode, it took me like I said, the shortest was 5 weeks, but usually around 10 weeks, and I did it during COVID when I didn't have anything else going on, so I could do them. Normally like now, if somebody asked me to do an animation like that. I said I need 6 months because like they take a long time because I don't do what the way you animate these days,
Yeah.
you make a puppet, and that takes a long time.
What do you mean a puppet?
Like Rick and Morty's a puppet. Like they make a puppet, which is
Really?
Yeah. They do it. They rig the character. They're not hand drawn frame by frame. Nobody does 2D animation like that anymore.
When did that stop? Because that's.
I'd say it stopped around. I think it started to stop around 10 years ago.
Is it
Oh,
too time
wow.
consuming?
Yeah, just time consuming. Because like, no, not only time consuming. Like
Oh,
you
is
have to
that-
train
That
people
kinda broke my heart
to
right
draw.
now.
I always thought it was like that flip book stuff.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you it's
Yeah.
not.
So I
oh.
did I did Felipe's cartoons that way because I like drawing that way. It's absolutely not efficient, but I like doing it that
Yeah.
way. So it was really cool to be able to do that. Have a project, and they were very easy. Felipe and Lisa are very easy to work with. They're very cool. And then, but yeah, so that was. But yeah, nowadays, like I had on my show, I had a guy who used to work on Rick and Morty. But in China, they don't care. Like, he's like this 45-year-old dude. He didn't know that he worked on something we were interested in. And I didn't find out till after a month working there. And he told me, it's just puppets. Just use Toon Boom. They put together the drawings to do a turnaround. And they'll like draw bits and pieces to make the animation work. But generally, it's just puppets. Like all your 2D shows.
Man.
I don't want to say if The Simpsons are doing that. Last time I did know a guy that did animation there, and he was still drawing on a Cintiq, so that was them. But I was watching the intro, and if you look at the old intro, although it wobbles a lot more, there's a lot more things going on.
Yeah.
And if it's a puppet, you've got limitations to work with. And they showed like there's a bit where Marge is picking up Maggie,
yeah.
the baby, and then how she looks in the old one, her hair's moving and flopping
Yeah.
about, and that's completely gone in the new Simpsons.
You're right
intro.
about that. It's very like.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's like that's what I was-
Well, I'm glad that you keep it old school because I mean it looks great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
the Felipe's thing. It's it's the beginning and it's the intro. So
Yeah.
if you watch the show, you're like, there we go.
Yeah, and also like if you probably look at like I made sure to put these. They didn't ask for it, so but I did it. These little items at the beginning, so that's very inspired of like Rocko's Modern Life and old Tom and Jerry cartoons and stuff. So there's a lot of like 90s and earlier inspiration for those stuff.
Those were the best.
Who's the little character? The little pink character.
Oh, the Sloppy Bunny. That
Okay,
one?
yeah.
You know what? I don't have a mascot or anything. And the reason, so just the name, a friend of mine used to work at Citibank. And he was like a straight-laced dude at work, but very kooky when not at work. So he kept inviting me as his plus one. We're not gay, but he kept inviting me as his plus one to all these functions, these banking functions. And I would just dress like this. And so he just called me sloppy because I dress sloppy around bankers because everybody's in suits and stuff. We're drinking, and that was fun. But yeah,
He's just showing up like Bill Gates.
So that was that, and then I had a character for uni called Tobacco Bunny, and then the G-rated version of it was Sloppy Bunny. That's it. So because he used to have just tobacco, because like my grandfather used to smoke cigarettes like a joint, like so he used to smoke it like this.
So I now that you say G-rated,
pretty old school,
yeah,
dude.
and then you said G-rated version. You don't watch cartoons. Do you watch any like R-rated cartoons other than like to me South Park? That's why I love South Park because it's
Yeah, I
still a
watch
cart-
South Park.
No, but like, is there anything like because I really like I
Like
want
the Boondocks, or like Arthur. No, not Arthur. Archer.
Oh, Archer, there you
okay
go.
Archer. Okay, because I mean I don't know.
I mean, you've got the Red and Stimpy party
see
cartoons, but I didn't like them.
Beavis and Butthead, Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Beavis and Butthead. The new shit sucked.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. that shit
Oh, I
was-
didn't see the new stuff.
Yeah,
I
it's
just
not
thought I
that
used
good.
to
I
watch
tried.
it. I actually didn't. I liked the movie, but I didn't like the old episodes because they didn't just. It was so hard for them to get to the joke. It was like they had a little bit of story, and then there was like a lot of commentary, and it just confused me.
Yeah.
But I liked the. Sorry. Yeah, it was kind of the point. Yeah, I'm not against it. Like just yeah.
You know which animation I liked?
one?
Can you tell me what style it is or what it is? You remember Samurai Jack?
Yeah, I remember Samurai Jack.
What was that? It's very like it has like I watch it to this day. I'm like
Don't
it
think
has,
about styles. Just like it or don't like it.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like
I-
I can't because like sometimes like there's a Japanese artist I really like, and he's rocking Jelly Bean. I don't know. You guys know him?
No,
Jelly
Rocking
Bean?
Jelly Bean.
Yeah, he does like a lot. Like he did this designed this bust for Invisible Woman for Fantastic Four. So that's like his American work. But he does like these like graffiti style. But he's Japanese. Like doesn't speak English. But he wears like a luchador mask. And so he's in person. You don't know what he looks like, and he's in a band, and he does these like really sick cartoons as as well. Like these.
Oh
and it
wow,
doesn't-
these are really sick.
Yeah, and they're not. It's a Japanese guy, and it's not. You wouldn't think it, right?
Yeah, his style is very Japanese too. Like I don't know, like some of it.
But it's not anime.
No, it's not anime. You
Yeah.
can just tell that it's something that like that you would definitely see on a cute shirt out there or something like that. You know?
Yeah,
I can see you have no tattoos, but as
I have one.
Oh, you have one?
Yeah, I got one here.
Okay,
like
well,
a little one.
A little one.
What is it?
It's just a cartoon hand holding a pencil.
Oh, okay.
So the reason I was gonna ask, because Ezo knows, there's this our homie here. He's
Yeah.
Rock. No, he's not here right here, but usually he comes here. The homie Rock. He got this tattoo of what is it? The lollipop. What's that guy's name from Billy and Mandy?
I don't know.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. There's like a skull
Great.
character there. What?
Yeah. So the reason I say it's a great tattoo, and I was like, "Who'd you get it from?" He was like, "Oh, it's this girl. She's great." And I was like, "Dude, she is great." And he's like, "Well, she used to do animation."
Oh.
I'm wondering, have you ever thought about tattooing? Is that
No, I saw it like because like the guy that with this tattoo, like I remember they told me, oh, once you get one, you get a lot, and I was
That's how I
like,
started.
yeah.
I got this one yesterday on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did a whole podcast and my tattoo artist was here and she was tatting me while I was
Oh
interviewing.
wow. Yeah. So and I was like, it hurts. I was like, and because my brother's also he's like you. He's got a lot of tattoos. Like if he takes off his clothes, he doesn't look naked. 'Cause- but yeah. So, but no, it's like a thing. Like it's most people that come in are not asking for exciting tattoos. They just pick something from the wall.
Oh.
And like, so I don't know. Like he carved himself a niche. The guy called Paul Abstruse, and he has a tattoo parlor in Sydney, and he's got a niche where he does just geek-related stuff. So a lot of comics and superheroes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he does some. Like I know he's posted like a Link one as well. Zelda.
Yeah, Zelda.
Yeah. So so, but I couldn't do it. Like I saw the process he had to do. That's a skill. There's a lot of hard work, and I don't want to have that guilt that if I fuck up somebody's skin.
Have you played the new Zelda?
I have not. I've been refraining from playing it. I
Why?
actually haven't played the new Pokemon either, which is like my priority more than anything. So I don't know. I eventually I'm gonna give it time. I usually like to prepare. Like
I've seen a lot of vlogs or reels. You know, sometimes you're scrolling and a lot of
It's
reels to
because-
the Zelda one, and it looks pretty fucking
I have a very.
enticing.
It's because I have I have an addictive personality, bro. So like when I like something, like I obsess over it, and like
Was that the first Breath of the Wild? Did you get obsessed with that?
no, I wasn't really big a Zelda fan.
Yeah, me no.
Okay, no, I wasn't really.
Oh, you
big,
were? Oh.
No, at all. So like, the new game did attract because it's like free. It's
It
like
looks very fun.
it's like a different way of playing, I guess.
Yeah.
So I really would consider it, but like me, like I get into when I get into my games, like I get into it, bro. I bring my Switch to work. I'm literally up here. I'll be doing shows, and then like I'll be like right until this hit, like doing the countdown. I'll be like, hold on, it's like I'm just playing. So it's like I get dedicated into it. So I really don't like to, unless I make time for it.
I went cold turkey after Final Fantasy VII for like many years, and now as well as it's so because like I was because I used to play overnight as a kid a lot of times. Like
Yeah.
once I got into a game. Sorry. Yeah. Well, for that game, I remember because we actually rented it and rented it on a Friday. We rented it on a Friday,
yeah.
and then I got out to the second CD, and then we lost some battle because it was me and my mate playing it, and we noticed. I thought it was just. We waited till the morning. Oh, it's like 6 a.m. Saturday. It was 6 a.m. It was not even 6 a.m. It was like 9 a.m. Sunday. So we just played from after school on a Friday all the way to that. And I was like, I can't get involved in an RPG.
Yeah, RPG is
Yeah.
horrible.
They definitely consume.
So I only play fighting games and card games now. And Tony Hawk.
What do you
One
play
and two.
now? Like, what do you?
I still haven't played enough of Tony Hawk, so now it's got nicer graphics. I played that on my Switch, and I play like the puzzle games. Like I'll do like Tetris and I've got Tetris and Puyo Puyo. That's the one. But I just play Tetris. There's all these versions that I just play Tetris Marathon on it. Just new skin. And I like this. Like I'll play car games like Virtua Racing and all that Sega stuff. I was very much a Sega boy growing up. Like I still have Sonic games on my phone.
Damn, I remember playing those Sega games, bro. Like the early on the Sonic the Hedgehogs, even that lame ass Dolphin game.
That wasn't lame.
Yeah,
I actually lived there.
They told you, no, that
No,
wasn't
that's not-
lame. He
that
not
wasn't
lame.
lame.
He
So
stood his
there's a
ground.
dolphin. You fight an alien at the end, right?
really?
Yeah. Like the whole thing is like because your family's lost, and then it turns all weird sci-fi, and you're in space fighting aliens. I'm not joking. That's
A
the game.
dolphin fighting aliens.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, how's that gonna suck? He's on
Yeah,
just the
Because I
premise.
probably never got to that level. Like I was like, man, this shit's hard. I'm done.
Yeah, it is hard, but like when you're a kid and there's no internet, you'll get over it. Because there's nothing else you gotta do.
And then I remember playing the X-Men game. That
Yeah.
was pretty badass. The first of its kind. When you're playing with Wolverine, walking around the adventure and just fucking people up.
He's I know you did this because you're like, nah, like you kind of my tendencies. Did you ever ask your parents to go to GameStop just to look at the cheat code and write something down?
No, I had a computer.
But
I had a
before the computer though. I don't know. I remember I used to go write cheat codes down and then I'd be like, Dad, take.
I had a computer since 1995.
Oh, that's pretty recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
So like
Yeah, but like, did you have like cheat codes? Is pre 1995
but by the time cheat codes were around, like there was websites for it that you could like go, and I remember I would just be writing them down.
I used to get them from the back of EGM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and remember they were at GameStop and I didn't want the magazine. I didn't give a fuck about. I really just wanted the cheat code, and then sometimes you get stuck and tell you how to pass a game.
Yeah.
And it was only there, and I'd have to. And I mean, I'm not buying the book. My dad wasn't gonna buy me a book on how to beat a game.
Yeah, I still bought them because I don't know what else is coming out. So I bought those magazines. That was my vice. All my pocket money went on those.
Oh yeah. Did you have a subscription to that?
No.
GameStop always got me. They got me for like a year.
No,
Yeah.
because like I didn't buy the same
still got
magazine
me.
all the time.
Yeah.
I still get magazines.
Oh, you
to
still
this
get
Yeah.
the game magazines?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty.
They still make game magazines?
day. Yeah.
Which one?
I think Game Freak or something or
Game Info, isn't it? Game
Game
Info.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
they still around?
Yeah,
Because
and
like I
I-
know EGM folded like 12 years ago, and I think Edge doesn't exist.
I still get them to my house.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I look it up and I was like, oh, new
You're the one
Pokemon.
keeping him in business.
Yeah, it's just me and shit.
Remember Attack of the Show?
Yes.
They tried to bring that back and they fucking dumped
Yeah, they
it.
did that, didn't they?
No, they fucked it up because I mean.
Oh yeah, they
no,
but it only went for a year, right?
they had a female on there, and no offense, we were all there to watch fucking. What was her name?
Olivia Munn.
Olivia Munn. No, that's not a lie. That's half the reason we were there, and they wanted to make it non-sexual.
Magic Mike by then.
Bro, we were throwing like if you type in Attack of the Show and Olivia Munn and
Yeah.
just the shit that they would do to her on the show was so sexual. There's one
The
thing
hot
where
dog eating
the
one.
hot dog, we would just throw hot dogs at her, and her dumbass was trying to catch them in her mouth. And it's just classic 2000 TV that you just can't do now. I miss those days where they would rate the game.
Yeah.
And I would wait the whole time just for them to rate Forza, Motorsport Forza, because I
Yeah.
wanted to buy it. It was that between that or what was the other competition? Gran Turismo, and I was like, dude, I'm not wasting $50. I need to know which one's better. And I sat there watched it, but it,
Which one did you get? Forza?
Forza.
Yeah.
I did get Forza.
Yeah. Which one was it? The Horizons or the
was a
regular?
The
Gran
Horizons,
Turismo.
yeah. You were Gran
Horizon
Turismo?
Yeah.
Why?
I just like the car selection on there.
It looked more real. It did look more real.
Yeah, I think, but it's more, because like you've got the one. There's the Forza that tries to be like Gran Turismo, and then the Horizons is more like, it's more fun. Like
Yeah, it's like rally. You can do more rally and stuff.
Yeah, and also
Are you
they
a Mario Kart guy?
Sorry,
You a Mario Kart guy?
I do like Mario Kart, but I was playing a lot of GBA Mario Kart, so
Oh, okay, Game Boy Advance.
old.
What do you think about those crazy people that still play Mario Smash Brothers or whatever on the GameCube, and they still play with the controllers and they do.
That's sick.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that? They do
No.
huge competitions. Stadium's full.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck! When I was in Korea, It was the first. It was a 2007, and StarCraft. They had
Wow, I know what you're gonna say.
two 24-hour channels dedicated to StarCraft. They're supposedly game channels, but they just played StarCraft, and they had stadiums. I was like, one of my biggest regret from Korea. I lived there for a year, and I didn't go to one of those live shows because like. The games they're just sitting there, they're just wearing sports thing, and they're like, oh yeah, look how good I am. And then they just like,
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
and then they have like 10,000 like Korean kids just screaming. And I was like, this looks fantastic. But I just would have wanted to see but yeah, I didn't go. It's like a regret.
No, it is. It's like being in America not going like a football game or a baseball
I've
game.
been to a
Yeah.
football game, been to an NCAA game, and I've been to a hockey game. It's like Utah.
Dude, trust me, you should like the League of Legends because I played that for a little bit in my nerd days. I can't believe the stadiums they fill up.
You know
for
what
this
game
stupid
got me
Which
addicted
one?
when I first? The only computer game I ever got addicted to was Age of Empires.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, dude! I would just be on the laptop all day playing that shit. I was like hooked on that game. Bad.
I was like that of SimCity 2000 back in the day.
The Sims was one of the games where I was just like, yo, this is just life.
Yeah, well, Sims, yeah, no, SimCity. Though you're a mayor and you're building a city.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't play that one.
You know which one I
Hard, dude.
was it?
If you know what was funny about the Sims? If you spend enough time at somebody's house, they become like your love interest. Yeah.
No.
And then I was like, I remember one time I was just hanging out at the homie's house. I was like, I'm gonna stop hanging out with you, dude.
Do you download the patches for it as well?
No.
A friend of mine, he in Hong Kong, he does that. He downloaded all the patches, so it's all the sex is uncensored.
What?
Yeah, you can do that shit.
I was like, why did you waste time on that, dude?
Hey,
Like,
so-
like the websites are there.
Ezone, I know you pretty well. And I remember as a kid watching the commercial and I really wanted that game, but for some reason, I don't know why I never got it. But if I don't like theme parks, you remember Tycoon?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know you would.
Dude, always killing the people on the fucking. On the roller
I
coaster.
know exactly what your whole
That was
goal
my
was.
favorite thing, dude. Seeing the carts just go off and they're all they die.
Damn.
You remember Grand Theft Auto, the first one for computer?
Yeah, top down.
Yeah, top down and little characters just running.
Yeah. There's a Game Boy version of it as well. So it's even
No.
more simpler. Yeah.
And I remember you'd go to the phone.
I can't believe where it's at now. Then I can't wait for the new one.
With the bitch?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
heard it's supposed to be the female, supposed to be a main character. She's supposed to be one of the main characters.
But it's Vice City, isn't it? It's like they're redoing Vice City.
They might.
No, it's like
no.
Because
Oh,
like
I think they revisited. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
they revisited because like because I remember in San Andreas it was cool that like it's pretty much LA and like if you're a foreigner and don't know much of it, and they've just been here. I think it captures it well. I don't know, but
You know what's a hard game to
Yeah.
You know what's a hard game to get like that's pretty sought out like PlayStation 2 Vice City Stories.
oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit is like it was like such a limited thing where like
I played it on the PSP though.
like
PSP 's-
I had PSP. I miss PSP.
yeah.
Yeah, somebody stole mine. I was sad.
Does Sony have a portable store? Or they?
Yeah,
are
they got. It's not a real portable. It looks like a portable, but you have. But it's just streams your PS5, so it's like a handheld, but there's no game inside. So you need to be indoors and within a certain distance of your PlayStation.
Oh,
so it's
kinda
really
lame.
bizarre. So everybody saying that's like the weirdest thing to do, but
Yeah.
it is just like a
A
controller.
portable is like a Nintendo Switch, bro.
Yeah.
Right? Like I can take the Pokemon
No, I agree.
game
I,
and play with it.
I was just asking because I'm not really in the consoles, and I was wondering if they gave up on the PSP.
They gave up. They
yeah.
had the PS Vita, and then
Yeah, that was the last one I remember.
You
that
can
was
find like a PSP like for like $50 sometimes, bro.
Yeah.
Like a good one. And, like,
Was the
it's
Vita
all-
any good?
It's the same shit.
It's just
Is it?
nicer graphics.
Okay.
It had a touchscreen this time, and it had a back thing. You could touch it from the back too, and then you could also it had an OLED screen, so it had a really nice screen as well. But yeah, it's but the games there weren't that many games for it though.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. I would like PlayStation to eventually release like the competition to Nintendo Switch. You know.
Yeah, but like it's kind of. I just don't think. I think the Nintendo is this weird, unique thing where they can get away with doing a portable game
Kids, because the
system.
kids, the kids are the things walking
Yeah.
around with it.
Well, yeah, and also like you know,
Me,
just like it's a dedicated stuff. Like I like my Switch.
Yeah, I love my Switch too. I
Yeah.
have two.
Yeah, do you have the OLED and the old
No,
one?
I have two of the OG ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
You know what I really want? You know, I'm not one to like want shit like this. I want the Apple, the new thing. The one
Oh no.
$3,500.
Yeah, that's it. And
It's $3,500,
That's
dog.
it.
And when Apple, the reason I want to is because VR. When
You
Apple
want to watch
releases,
porno?
Besides, yeah, that was probably the top three things I was gonna do with it. But you gotta think about it. When Apple releases something, it's pretty fucking ready to go.
well, the first version they want you to skip it. Like the Apple Watch doesn't get updates very quickly, and iPad. I was on the iPad train because I was sketching with my fingers. So
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember this. Yeah.
I used to do that for a long time until.
Remember the shuffle when it was a
yeah.
square,
Yeah,
a white square?
Yeah, it looked
iPod
like
Nano.
it looked like a pack of gums.
Yeah, it did look like a pack of gums.
But they stopped updating it after like 2 years for the original iPad. So you got to wait. And then the second iPad, they started to support it for like 7-8 years. So I'd wait for the next headset.
Yeah, 'cause it's pricey. It's $3,500. That's just
I would
not
play like
cheap.
Oregon Trail.
But
on
there's
my-
not
that
much.
shit.
It's like you can't do like I like the idea that you can at least have like a bunch of because like for animation I need like
I would
more
like
screens.
like to play a game like The Sims on something like that. That'd be sick. Just walk around, go to somebody's house, bam, and just leave.
Isn't that? Hey, couldn't you do that in Grand Theft Auto?
Yeah, you could, but it's different because, like, you know, or like it would just be like mischievous stuff. Like I would be going into the bathroom and making a mess and then just leaving, or just like
I do not even want to invite you to my apartment.
to your Sims. If the Sims comes out in one of those things, for sure, like we all got to get on it just so I could go mess up all your apartments. Start a fire, call the fire department,
Bro, like you know how you talk about messing things up in the and like when the bathrooms, like, are you ever like super drunk or like super wasted at the club or like
I
on
don't
a
go to the
sick
club.
one? Back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously back in the day. You ever just start peeing everywhere? I feel like you did that. We were like,
Yeah,
man, fuck this. Like, who cares?
And laughed
I'm
about it,
wasted.
yeah.
The person already has to clean up anyways.
pee in the trash can.
See, why, dog? See, I had because I've done it before, but like
it's
why do
fun.
we do that?
Because you're drunk and
Like, I
you're
don't do that no
fucking-
more,
you're-
but-
like you're fucking wasted and you're like, haha, this is funny. I'm just pee in the trash can. It's right there next to the toilet. Somebody's gonna have to clean that up. See, you laugh, bitch, because you know it's funny.
It's fucked up, but yeah, I just knew you. Yeah, because I mean, no,
Yeah.
I've done it before.
Take a roll of toilet paper and put it in the tank.
Yeah, see, I don't see that. I don't do that.
How did you guys follow it up? And you took a shit in the trash can.
Took a shit in the trash can. That's
Yeah.
a lot. That's I don't know.
It's a lot of work for his
That's a
own.
lot
Yeah.
of work.
You
I had
need-
to squat
yeah.
down. It's too much.
I didn't. I think I saw like a viral video. I think it was like on TikTok or something in the subway, in New York subway. Some dude was just cleaning the floor, and then a homeless guy went in and took a shit in his
The
bucket.
bucket, yeah.
Oh, dude, I would just want to fucking stab that dude at that point. I'd be like, dude, he just made my job a lot harder. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I felt really sorry for the guy because he was like, he was already cleaning a subway. So
Hey man, first of all, I want to thank you, Sloppy Bunny Toons for coming on, bro. Like for real.
oh, thanks for having me. It was really cool.
Did you have fun? Did you get a little? Did you have
You
fun?
feel a little contact?
Yeah.
guy?
No, sorry.
Do you feel? Oh no, you actually
Smoke.
smoked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he smoked a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
I got a question from old granddad.
Shoot it. Oh, my computer's dead.
Oh.
My computer's dead.
Ask him who would win a knife fight, Angela White or Jason Ellis.
Who would?
I don't know. I don't know who Angela White is.
I don't know who that is either.
Yeah, so it looks like my cartoon. Is it?
And I'm gonna go with Jason
Am I
Ellis
failing
because that's a fucking man, and I'm gonna go with
Yeah.
Jason
He might
Ellis.
fuck you afterwards.
Yeah, I'm on Xavier's side
Yeah.
on that one.
There we go.
Yeah.
Jason Ellis takes it.
There you go, dog. We asked your question, dog. Where can they follow you at? Are you open for commissions?
On Sloppy Bunny Toons, I can only take that much commissions because I've got a couple of stuff going on. So just follow me.
Hit the like button. That's all he needs.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, and then also I'm on another video, like a YouTube podcast. Comics.
Yeah, let 'em know, let 'em
Comics.
know.
Comics Drink and Draw. I usually do every second or third Friday. I'm going to be on. I don't know if I'm going to make it next Friday because I'll be here and it's
Yeah.
at 2 a.m. But yeah, we talk comics. And nobody drinks. We all draw just regular comic stuff, and then we end the show with my animation. So I do an animation.
Oh, that's
for every
sick.
Dope.
And where can we find that?
just on YouTube, just Google comics and drink and draw, and then you should find it.
There you go,
You
guys.
said nobody drinks though.
No, well, there's one guy, Dave. He's an older fella. He's like a veteran, and he now is retired, and he just draws comics. And he's like the only one. And he's like a proper Aussie. Lives in the country, drinks beer,
That's right.
There we go.
and talks army stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, go
for
follow
sure.
the homie.
Yeah, make sure you follow him. Check out his artwork, just like you guys check out Chili stuff, because this is another dope artist here. And I mean, for real, like literally follow him because this guy has quite the resume and he's talented and he's only gonna be going places. You know what I mean? Straight up. Like, and we wish you the best, bro. Like, in your career, bro. Like, for real, because like what you do is like one of the things that I enjoy the most. Like, just animation, bro. Like, I'm one of those people that like I don't care how many times I've seen The Simpsons. I don't care how many times I see Family Guy. I don't care how many times. What's the anime with the people that race? I forget the name right now.
Oh,
No, but not that one. No,
That
the
was
one,
the best.
the one with the Nissan Skylines.
Oh. Damn. I forgot right now.
Initial D. Yeah, like
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
doesn't matter. I watch all these like cartoons, bro, and I just like.
did you play the game?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I downloaded it from my computer. That's an emulator I got for
Oh,
sure.
okay.
Yeah. So yeah. So I just want to thank you for what you do. I have a lot of respect for the people that are in animation. I feel like it's a big freedom speech outlet we got because if you can animate it, people will kind of let it go
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a cartoon. It's a little
Yeah.
bit more easier to swallow.
straight up. XG shoutouts.
Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you for coming on. That
Oh,
was
thanks
fun.
again for having me, dude. It was so fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good episode. I won't be here. I'll be out of town, so tune in Saturday with these guys. They're gonna be dressed up. And oh fuck yeah, good thing I remembered. I'm trying to start a prank show, kind of like El Panda Show, Ownage Prank Wars. Go head over to YouTube, see what I'm trying to go for. It's like more interactive with sound effects and stuff. So if you want to be my first participant, victim, not really, but hit me up, DM me. And then anything for Ray? Topic?
Make sure you guys check out Ray Morning Shot Podcast, Morning Real Podcast, and Morning Shot Films, and buy the new High and Hungry shirt. Sammy, shout outs.
Shout out everyone watching. You follow me at AOToppy420.
Shout out to everybody who tuned in. Thank everybody who who has hit me up about all the merch and all the stuff. Go check out the new baller jars. They all come hooked up. I'll be responding to Patreons ASAP. Believe me, I'll be letting you guys know when to ask for that gift as well too for all the people on the tiers as well. We will be here on Saturday, so me and Rock will be holding it down, and we will be all costumed up. So make sure to tune in. It's gonna be a fun one. Also, let me see. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Subscribe to the Patreon, flavorsbyezone.com. Follow my YouTube page, the one where I do the IRL style type of vlogs, which is more my personal type of vlogs. Check those out because a lot of crazy stuff be going on behind the scenes. So it's very fun, and yeah, we'll see you guys on Saturday. Thank you for tuning in. Peace out.